All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out that in order to get real details out of this piece, this is what I'm using. I tried really hard not to cut myself, but this sharpness of this thing is very precise to get into the nook and crannies of the details that to me make all the difference. I am all about details when it comes to my art.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for returning to my channel. First of all, today is an amazing day because I actually made it to 5,010 subscribers. Wow. Thank you all so much to everyone who subscribed. I am deeply humbled that so many people are interested in following me and my art. If you like what you see today and you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe as I will be posting more videos. My projects do take a while to make and I am a stickler for detail, so I take a little longer than a lot of people to post, but there is a ton of projects somewhere in my head that I will be creating for all of you. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y gracias para todos que están viendo mi video. Besito y los quiero mucho. Bye. Also want to point out that this is a fairly easy project that anyone can do. I give it a rating of maybe 5, 10 being the most difficult level. So I encourage each and every one of you to do it. I will post the tools that I use in the description. And also, if you feel this is too challenging for you and you're not ready to carve because you're afraid you're going to mess up the only piece that you have, then what you can do is take some Play-Doh and practice with Play-Doh. And before you carve into your piece, do it on Play-Doh first. And once you're comfortable with the move you're gonna make, then do it. That's how I learned how to carve. And when I find myself doing a project and is very, find myself in a very difficult position, difficult place, then I put the tools down and I grab my Play-Doh and I practice with Play-Doh. So I encourage you to do that and let me know how it goes. I will have my Instagram in the description. I would like for us to start communicating through my Instagram, which is called Elysian Merchant. I'll put it in the description in case any of you want to communicate with me that way and share pictures and videos of your project. I think it would be amazing to create a little community now that we have so many subscribers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. So kind of crooked. I'm gonna have to cut it a little more. But that's what we got. So last night, I decided to do leaves all around, which was the intention. However, this is impossible to work with. It's very stringy and it's very difficult to achieve any kind of detail work. So the leaf, while it looks okay, it's just isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna leave it down there. Might add another one just to give it more character. However, yeah, it's this material, it's very limited to what it is that you can actually do. You can do pieces that don't require too much detail. So that's what we got. These are the lips. I'm gonna fix them just a little bit more, but I have to be careful because as you can see, it's cracking. As this dries, you see that right there? That's actually water that's coming out from the core of the trunk. As this thing dries, it's going to crack. And I think it'll look better. It'll give it more character to the piece. However, eventually, this is gonna have to be varnished to avoid so much of this cracking and shading. No, you see? It's stringy and getting too stringy. I'm gonna add some dark charcoal, I should say. I'm gonna put some charcoal back here so the piece stands out even more. Because right now the color, you don't really get to see the details of it too much. And I think as it dries, it'll get a darker color, probably turn brown eventually, which will look even more beautiful. But this art is yet to be completed as the weather, see, and the heat and humidity is going to transform it into something absolutely different than what it is right now. And I think that's the most exciting thing about working with this tree trunk. And let me go outside and show you how this palm actually looks like. This is exactly what I'm working with, and these are very new. We planted these only a few years ago, but these are very common in South Florida. They're everywhere and people cut them out all the time, and I see them on the side of the road, and I figure I put them to good use because I think they're absolutely stunning. So yeah, this is what I'm using to carve, not that one. And this is what it actually looks like. I'm gonna look it up and see if I can find the botanical name for it. Also, if you want to make one of these in your own home, check it out. I did this mural about a year ago and it's holding up very nicely in the entrance of my house, and it catches a lot of people's attention as they walk by. You want to make one for yourself? Check out my video in my channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out that in order to get real details out of this piece, this is what I'm using. I tried really hard not to cut myself, but this sharpness of this thing is very precise to get into the nook and crannies of the details that to me make all the difference. I am all about details when it comes to my art. So this is what I'm doing right now. Just wanted to show you. See how nice it cuts? Very nicely, perfect. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to define and get rid of all this hairs, these little hairs that are everywhere. just want to point out that I hate this. So I'm going to take some of the crust from the one I cut and I am going to glue it on. So it's a uniform piece. See that difference? Ugly. Not ugly. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you exactly what I mean when I say I'm adding some shade, shadows, and contrast to the piece. So you're gonna take a piece of charcoal, you're gonna crush it. You can do this with paint, but I wouldn't, because paint is kind of permanent, and this isn't. You're gonna take a brush, water, just a touch of water here on the side. You're gonna wet the brush. Gonna add charcoal, paint, I guess, to your brush. Then you're gonna take a brush and you're gonna come in and you're gonna shade this areas here in the back so the piece stands out more. The more shade and darkness you add to the back, the more your piece will stand out. So this is exactly what I mean. And you can make it as dark as you like. The same as I did to this piece right here. This is pine wood. Piece of pine trunk that I found on the side of the highway, and I carved it. You'll be able to see the piece without the shade, but by adding the shade, the piece really comes to life. The details are accentuated more when you add shadows and shade. So this is what we have. And come here. Also, I was able to get rid of 99% of all the strings. As you can see, there's a little one right there with the sandpaper, and this is a 220, and I was able to completely sand down the little hairs that were sticking out, and there's still a few here and there, but it gives it a final delicate finish to the surface of your piece by sanding it down. Also, I took a wooden stand from Hobby Lobby. I painted it with water and just a touch of black acrylic, and this is what that looks like. Then I took 3 screws, very long screws, and I screwed the piece on. And look, you see, still water and sap coming out of this piece. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is the complete project, and look at how stunning he came out. And you can display him several ways. You can display him looking straight ahead or on the side, just like that. And you can always bring it in, shade it in a little deeper with your tool, but I'm not taking a chance because I don't trust this material too much. That's it. Thank you for watching.